seriously put it on the breaded sticks? What the heck?
Hey guys, this is Logster99 and
Get off the breaded sticks.
Sorry. I'm here with the Patar98. We just saw the Amazing Spider-Man, and oh dang it, someone just Skyped me here. You talk about it first. Here, you talk about the beginning. Oh my god. Just talk about the beginning. Dude.
No, I can't.
Oh. So, the movie starts off with Peter's dad leaving him. You don't really know why at this point, but well, actually, there was a bit of confusion because we were too early, so we were at the end of the first showing, and then we saw the scene after the. Oh my god. Dude, why don't you talk about it? Why am I the only one saying it? No, don't open the door. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, good. And, basically, yeah, you don't. Crap, now I forget what I was talking about.
Let's just stop it now.
No, fine. No, because I think this is just too funny to stop. So, Peter's dad leaves, and then he gets all upset, and then you see he gets, bullied at school, and he likes Gwen. So, yeah. Then I forget what happens next. Oh, yeah, then he goes, down into the basement with his grandpa. No, his uncle. Uncle Ben. And he finds his dad's bag and all of the research and stuff. So he tries, find out what's going on. And he sees that, there's, a tour of Dr. Connor's building and stuff. So he decides to, go to it. And he steals this, was it a Mexican?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he steals the Mexican's ID, and then he goes on the tour, and Gwen's there, and then he goes off running, and he finds this room, and what the heck? He finds this room, and he finds a room, and what are you doing?
What the heck? What is this?
Just get out of here. It's a bubble blower. Yeah. So, yeah, he goes into this room and he, strings a spider string, and then a bunch of spiders fall on him. One gets stuck on the back of his shirt, and Gwen finds him strolling around. So what does she do?
She takes the thing from the ID card from him, and
and that's when it gets bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then
he has to go home on the subway.
Oh, and that part's hilarious.
Oh gosh.
He ends up breaking his skateboard there. Oh god. Hot oil. So.
Sorry, we're eating pizza.
Yeah, at the moment. So yeah, he's on a subway, and he starts beating people up, and then he goes home and eats meatloaf raw. And then what happens? Oh yeah, he tries to find out what's happening and stuff. And then what happens after that? Oh yeah, the basketball scene.
Yeah.
And since that was your first scene, go ahead and talk about it.
Well, what he does is that Flash, I think his name is.
Yeah, that's the boy.
Flash collects a basketball and it hits this paint over and goes on a girl's poster.
And
so then
the girl was like very nerdy, so.
So Peter helps her and then grabs the basketball and asks Flash to take it off of him. And then all he does is
And then he breaks the basketball hoop.
Yeah, he breaks the basketball hoop after he dunks on it.
Then what happens? Oh yeah, doesn't he go home and like his uncle's like all disappointed in him and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, no, because he asked to like Aunt May to.
He had to pick up Aunt
Yeah,
May.
he had to pick up Aunt May, and then he went to Dr. Connor's office. Then he comes back, and that's when the uncle gives him like the speech and gets all mad, and he leaves. And then this part made me cry. He goes to like a gas station store. Is that what they're called? Like.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
7-Eleven.
Yeah, like a 7-Eleven. And then he's trying to buy a chocolate milk, and the guy is just, I don't know, he's being a whole, and he's like, oh, you don't have 2 cents to step out of the way. So there's the bad guy behind him, like, he's probably like
Robert.
the second main bad guy. Yeah, he's a robber. Knocks over this tray, grabs his 6-pack of beer, and throws Peter the milk jug.
And takes a bunch of money.
Takes a bunch of money, and then he starts leaving. The guy's like, get him. And he ends up tripping, and then since Uncle Ben like went after him. Yeah. And
the
then
robber trips and his gun falls out.
So then Uncle Ben, who is very slow, tried to go after the gunning, ended up getting shot. So he died at that point. Then Peter got all mad, went home, took the poster of the guy, and then basically just start beating the crap out of people. And then people said that they saw his face. He fell through a building, landed in a wrestling ring, and saw this like wrestler with a mask on, and that gave him the idea of a mask. So then he becomes Spider-Man, makes his like web shooters and stuff, and all of that stuff. Then what happens? Oh yeah, then he catches like the robber guy, and then the police start coming after him. And then you see like all of the like web stuff, like the web shooting and him flying,
And then he goes to Dr. Connor's office.
no, doesn't Gwen invite him to dinner first?
I forgot.
Yeah, well he goes to Gwen's dinner, and then
then
the dad, who's the main police officer, is like just
gets in a fight with Peter.
yeah, gets in a fight with Peter, and they start making out. Which, by the way, the chemistry was just great between Gwen and Peter. The actor and actress did an amazing job. But then after that, then I think he sees Dr. Connor.
He sees Dr. Connor at his house, tells him that he's
Oh no, that was way before we missed that part.
yeah,
Because he gave him an equation, which then
made
yeah.
Dr. Connor.
So Dr. Connors, he came up with the formula, and then he tested it on animals, and this guy came and said he had to start testing it on humans to save the person who built the tower, sort of thing. And then he said no, and then the guy starts driving away with the like antidote sort of thing. It wasn't an antidote though. It was like a potion, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Dr. Connors injects himself with the thing and turns into a lizard, going with the first attack. And there's like this kid trapped in a car, which I thought this part was really lame when he like took off the mask and said, "Put it on, it'll give you like power." Which And then he said, I'm Spider-Man, all that stuff. And then later on in the movie, he set up like a trap for the lizard.
This is really funny.
Yeah.
He's sitting inside the sewer system with a bunch of webs going down all these different pipes.
And then he had a camera set up.
And he had cameras set up everywhere. So while he's waiting, he's playing like some game on his phone. And then he hears the noise, and then it's like a bunch of lizard coming first, and then lizard comes, and he gets like all scratched up. So he goes to Gwen's house, and Gwen fixes him up, and basically nothing else important happens until the end. Which this is where my only default bad part was, because he got shot in the leg at one point, and he had so much trouble getting over to the building, and then as soon as he got over there, Oscorp, and then as soon as he got over there, it was like he perfectly he's perfectly fine. And but I like how the when he saved the guy's kid, the guy kind of returns the favor.
On what part?
And sets up all the cranes so he can get to Oscorp.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. And then also he gets caught by the police at one point, and he turns to Gwen's dad and asks if he can go. So Lizard has him trapped after this probably about 2-minute fight, and he says you're all alone, and then Gwen's dad comes with a shotgun, says he's not alone, starts shooting him. Well, he shoots the liquid nitrogen first, and Spider-Man freezes him and keeps shooting him, and he's like, go Spidey. So Spidey starts going up there and puts the cure...
Going up to the top of the tower. And puts the
cure in the...
antidote instead of the poison.
And then Lizard ends up killing Gwen's dad. So the antidote cures all the people that Dr. Connors infected.
Including Dr. Connors.
Yeah, and including Dr. Connors. So Spidey went over to Gwen's dad, and Gwen's dad said, promise me you'll stay away from her. So poor Spider-Man does.
Well, he didn't really say stay away, he just said not to get a
not to be in a relationship. So he said sure. And then that's about when he listens to Ben's voicemail finally, which said you're like my hero and stuff. And then he comes in late to class and say the final words. He's like, I promise, and then don't make promises you can't keep. And he's like, but those promises are the best. Talking to Gwen. And then there's a scene after, which we saw at the beginning, like after the credits, which probably has the villain for the second movie in it, but I wasn't exactly sure.
It shows Dr. Connor in
his cell.
In his cell, and a guy, lightning strikes and a guy appears, asks him something, I forget what.
Did you...
what he told him about his father.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Connor says to leave him alone.
Yeah.
And then more lightning strikes and then the guy's gone.
Yeah. But overall, it was a pretty good movie. I had low expectations for it because I read a couple of reviews, but it was actually a great movie. The chemistry was great, the action and comedy was great. And what were your thoughts about it?
It was good.
Not the best.
No, it was the best movie I've seen so far.
Oh. Well, that's about it for this video, guys. We lasted 15 minutes, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. No, well, not episode, but video. Bye.